Welcome back. Now we're into the home stretch, and do you remember that song Olorioko that rocked Nigeria? Ooh, it hit us with a bang. Our guest artist of the week is one who used to be in the band that sang that song. They were called Infinity. It's my pleasure to welcome Kenny Kore. Good morning.
Thank you for having me on the
And
program.
good to see you.
Thank you.
That song of yours rocked our world, as
did.
they say.
It did.
Olorioko hit us, and it wasn't just Olorioko, there were other numbers on that CD.
Ayole.
Ayeole, that's it.
Yeah.
And you just upped it and you left.
Yeah.
After those kinds of hits?
Yeah. So, basically, I don't always like to sound spiritual or spooky. I don't even dress like a spiritual person or a spooky person, So, but the closest I can get to without creating church here is what we often hear. Follow your heart, follow your heart, follow your heart. What is that heart? That intuition, that voice, that silent thing that leads people, that you want to go, your mind, your rationale, your logic is telling you to go here. And that thing is overriding it and saying, go here. And you don't, like God saying to Abraham, go. He doesn't know where he's going, but he's going anyway. So I had that moment myself, and I left, and 7 years down the line, God has been faithful.
Are you saying that you've had no regrets?
Oh, but I'm in Nigerian. Boko Haram is one of my regrets. I have many regrets. I have many, but in spite of it all, we must always give thanks.
By the way, Kenny's real names are Kehinde Akinbode.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. So tell us, how did it all start for you? Where did it all start? This music thing. Was it in school? Were you in the choir?
Well, I have very moderate, education, so it wasn't even something that you could say I was properly trained for. You could call it happenstance, by the default of my parents being avid music lovers. I mean, when I say avid, we had the plates of Fela, Ebenezer Obey, Sonny Ade, Don Williams, Kenny Rogers, Bob Marley, Peter Tosh. As a young boy, I'm growing up listening to all those kind of sound from different genre of music from the best, unarguably the best guys around then. Me wondering how they write their songs and stuff. So it's almost like as if it was set in stone for me, really, because of the influence I had while growing up listening to these great guys. Fortunately also, I was born into a religious family. My parents were nominal Christians. They loved God. They go to church every now and then, but it wasn't something they were very passionate about.
Now let me just butt in there. You just said that you have moderate education, and you're so remarkably well spoken. I need you to explain that.
Yeah, well, because I believe in education. And
what do you mean by moderate education, anyway?
Well, moderately educated, primary school, secondary school, dropped out of what could have been a university education. I'm a young person.
Dropped out to go into music?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a young person. I relate with young people, and I know that if you're looking for excuse, you have a nice country to be in. Nigeria will give you excuses.
More than you need.
My generation, we are very expressive people, and we can express our excuses left, right, and center. I knew that I wasn't going to be educated, I wasn't going to further my education in tertiary institution. I wanted to be educated. So I picked up books. I picked up books on psychology, picked up books, I read novels, I read history, I know some of the things that have happened, in the past in terms of religion, in terms of politics, in terms of several other things. I watch movies, and I don't just watch movies to be entertained, I watch movies to get informed. So that way, and then of course the scripture says wisdom comes with age, but there's a spirit in man. It is not intelligence, it is inspiration. And I am grateful to be one of the few people inspired.
Okay.
That's deep.
Quite deep. Quite deep. Now, I think we met in 2006, or was it before then? No, it must have been about 2008, 2009, when you guys came to London, Infinity came to London, and you rocked London, and you are almost practically everywhere. You were part of the team that came then. Okay, now, at that point, did you know you were going to move yourself or remove yourself from the group?
Yeah, well, at the point that we were in UK, I'd started having that struggle, yes. But when we were starting Infinity, did I know that I was going to eventually pull out of the group? No, because in fact, I was pretty much like, it was myself and another fellow that started the whole thing. And I was like, I know some guys, and I handpicked pretty much the rest of the guys. So you would think that at best maybe I would get to some point I become the boss and fire guys. You wouldn't think
You would be the one to leave.
To leave, yeah. But then again, because we were friends and we were brothers, and we were also a bit naive because we did not understand that when you have a head in a place, it's not just because, you must have a head.
Yeah.
Anything that does not have a head is a beast. And so we felt that, we're friends, let's just, and I'm sure it must also have come from this Alpha and the Round Table. What was it, King Arthur and the Round Table?
Equal man,
then, and then we wanted to be just like that, Round Table, no Oga, and stuff.
Yeah.
What happens is that there would not be a definite vision. There would not be a definite direction. What we just knew is that we all have passion for music. We are singing, and we are Christians. Full stop. But
that wasn't enough.
It was not enough. You needed to have a direction. For example, yes, I am a musician, and but my music wants to address young people. I am sorry, I'm not happy with a lot of the superstars that we celebrate today because their music is just beats and bass lines, and they say rubbish, and they say they are just entertaining
But the
people.
rubbish is selling.
Well, it's selling. It's selling because we are allowing it to. The mainstream media would box me and say Kenny Corey is a religious singer, and say Nigeria is not a religious country. The corporate world would box me. They would not finance me. They would not make me, their ambassador, because they're going to say to me, but it's hypocritical, because I would travel to places like Kano, and they can show half-naked girls on our billboards here. Go and try it in Kano now. So why are they being hypocritical? Yeah, it's just hypocrisy. If you fund me, I can tell people about love. I can tell people how to appreciate our women. We can sing love songs, we can do it different kind of things. We can inspire the young people around us other than just money, 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 And so right now we have a generation. Do you know that it is in this generation that we have the most number of young people visiting shrines, babalawos, because they want to. And where is that coming from? It's coming from this guy right here, that too.
Okay. All right. Which one is this one now?
Shomore.
Shomore. Okay. Let's hear a little bit of Shomore.